And here we go with the final challenge round of the 1990 decade. We have Ian Harrison versus Roland Zerlach. This is not a bad one. I can't imagine either of these two are going to make it to the finals. But hey, who knows? I have Roland Zerlach winning this one. I find that his shoulders are much better, his delts, his pecs also. I find his waistline to be just slightly more narrow, and his arms, just about everything in this pose I like better. But who knows, Ian may turn this around, so let's carry on with the front double bicep pose. And I have Ian Harrison just sneaking in one here. Now I say sneaking in because the only real reason I'm giving him this one is because of his stylish stance. And not so much that, but I do not like the way Roland is... What is he doing with his arms? Is he airing them out? Did he forget to put on deodorant? I don't know. Either way, Ian Harrison looks fantastic. Look at the lag development in contrast with that little waist. Anyway, he's making a match out of this one. Yes. The front lat spread. I have Roland just winning this by a snap. I believe that he is much thicker and more muscular, like a little bulldog. And there's something going on with Ian's legs there. I'm not saying there's synthol. I have no education on synthol whatsoever, or even if you can put it in your thighs, but even if they're a natural sweep there of his quads, it appears to be unnatural looking. Anyway, the deciding factor is that this is a photo shoot picture, and I always take that into consideration and deduct a little bit there, and Roland is winning this one. But this contest is far from over, and to prove it, let's now have a look at the side chest poses in comparison. I have Roland edging out a victory in this one. I am deducting some points from Ian here. His distended waist. Look at that big belly. But no disrespect meant to Ian, I won't go on. The razor-sharp conditioning there of Roland, couldn't think of his name, Roland Zerlach. He is winning this one. Look at those delts of young Zerlach. Anyway, let's award him a point, and now have a look at the side tricep pose. And this is a terrible example of the challenge round. First of all, Ian's picture is very blurry, and you can't see conditioning. You cannot see conditioning whatsoever. And then you look at Roland's picture, and you guessed it, he's not hitting it the way I would like. But at the end of the day, I am going with Roland, even though I probably shouldn't because his belly is pregnant this time. But I am going with him because of his razor-sharp conditioning, and he does have the advantage as far as the tricep muscle is concerned. But now, at this time, we'll have these two gentlemen turn around and display a rear double bicep pose each. This is an interesting little comparison here, an excellent little judging venture. I feel that Ian Harrison's lower back, his actual genetics to have a good rear double bicep flex, is far superior. Look how shallow Roland Zerlach is in the lower back. But when you just cover that up and you look at the upper back region, the traps and the delts and things of that nature, there's no doubt that Zerlach has the advantage. And when you look at the glutes, the conditioning goes to Roland Zerlach. So this pose also goes to Roland. Now let's have a look at the rear lat spread. And it may be a controversial victory, but I am giving this one to Ian Harrison. Yes, that's right. He may be losing in the glutes and even maybe in the back thickness and the legs and things of that nature. But I am not giving this one to Roland Zerlach because this pose is just ugly. It's very unaesthetic. It's just unpleasing to the eye. What can I say? Ian Harrison is just out of reach of a victory, though, and it doesn't really matter. But just for the heck of it, let's have a look at the last two poses. And how about we begin with the most muscular? Wow. Zerlok looks extra fancy in this one hand on hip, one flexed arm. Ian's looks a little bit goofy with that goofy looking smile. I don't know why I'm being so rude right now. That's not my style. Let's now have a look at the final pose with no real anticipation. But if this was the deciding vote, then I feel that I would be in a little bit of trouble because this is a tough one. The overall flow of this pose definitely goes to Roland Zerlok and the aesthetics. But when you look at the actual abs of Roland, they seem to be non-existent in this pose anyway. And you look at Ian's abs and the actual thigh, and he is winning on both aspects. But I mean, come on, look how much better Roland looks in the overall flow. But like I said, there's no anticipation because Ian has lost this one. So let's, come on, give him this one. And the ab and thigh. So at least he has 3 points against 6. But having said that, here is your winner of the challenge round, Roland Zerlok. Roland Zerlok will now await the challenge of another challenge round winner to do battle in the Gladiator round.